because I always worked snug, but guys always took care of me. But like I've told the story many times when we was over in Europe, and boss man clocked me about 7 times, and finally I lit his ass up, and that was really the only receipt I'd really ever sent back in a ring. In your illustrious career, and I guys had a lot of respect for you, but
I can tell you this: I never sent one back because I don't think I was tough enough. And if someone was potatoing me, they were pretty tough. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Brody.
With a lot of those guys you just named, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, we all make some mistakes in that, but I mean, I don't remember anybody taking a liver with me ever.
But then again, you probably had the fact that you were Ric Flair going for.
How about Vader?
Vader's
I did have to give. I had to give Vader a receipt in that title match in '93.
Right.
Yeah, because what happened was, it was supposed to be Vader and Sid.
Right.
And then Sid and Arn had the dispute in Europe.
Yeah.
They both came home.
I was there.
They fired Sid. They fired Arn, and that's when I called Bischoff, and I said, "You fire Arn, I'm gone too."
Right.
So anyway, because it was in Charlotte, they put me in the match. He didn't want to do the favor,
right.
and he didn't want to do it. So yeah, I did have it all with it. But
hey, was that the long ass match y'all had on pay per view?
Yes.
That was a pretty good match.
The match came out great.
Yeah.
Harley was out there, but he was pounding me, and Harley looked at me and said, "What?"
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, Harley said, "Jesus Christ, what are you doing?" I said,
He was on the floor telling you this.
I'm just trying to get along. He said, "Rick, beat this shit." So I started firing back. I watched it. I watched it the other day. I told Rick and said, "Hell, that match was better than I thought it was."
It was. It was a good match.
And but I started lighting him up. Remember the next day he had the black eyes and all that.
But the crowd was hot for you.
Yeah, he was beating the thing to the ears. He wouldn't hit me here. That thing to the ears,
Well, it was those almost like that.
Yeah. No, Harley said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just trying to get along." He said, "You're really pissing me off." I go, "Okay, man." And so the next day he had black eyes and everything. Yeah, but I think I'd already seen at that point. I think he'd already been dropped to the floor by Orndorff. So I figured he couldn't hurt me too bad.
At the very least, sneak in a flip flop.
Yeah. But I'll tell you something else about Leon. I took that thing off the top rope from him 100 times. It never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
The funniest thing I got to tell you, you'll have to remember this, Steve, is when Kevin Sullivan.
Before you go, I got to give props to Leon because I love the guy and he's one of the greatest big men in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
So I don't want to come off like we was running him down.
No.
I love Leon.
No, I introduced Leon at the Hall of Fame this year. Because I said, thanks so much. I mean, because he was a big star in Japan. No, we're just talking about things. It's nothing against Leon. This is history.
No. I just want to make sure it comes across.
I just said Leon never, ever hurt me one time. I mean.